YouTube targeting, AdWords target is just so confusing. It's not as simple as Facebook ads. Like Facebook ads, you select what you want, you select the interest dog, you got your audience, and that's it. But YouTube and Google advertising, it's a whole nother ball game, and it's super confusing. Let's get right into today's video. 3 branches for YouTube ads targeting. So there are 3 categories for YouTube advertising: the searchers, the person, and the behavior. So let's talk about the first category, the searchers. This is what people are specifically searching for. They're searching for a particular video or keyword, and this is a great way to get in front of people in the very moment of something. For example, someone literally searches how to get into dropshipping within the past 30 days. That's a keyword you can target, and you'll be targeting them because that's a keyword that they've searched in the past 30 days. And that's how searches work. Next, what are the targeting options for searchers? You could target keywords. Basically, you could write dropshipping, and if someone has searched the keyword dropshipping on YouTube or Google over the past 30 days, they'll be in that pool. Specific video, you could literally overlay your ad on specific videos you choose. YouTube channels, you could literally overlay your ads on all videos within a YouTube channel. Targeting through searches is super powerful. Next is the person. This is targeting people based on what Google knows about them. Literally, Google has so much data. They literally know so many things about you just based on your history, the things you do. With the amount of data they have, they're going to take over the world. So what are the targeting options for people? You could target them by topics, interests, demographics, and affinity. And what affinity is a holistic picture of the lifestyle habits. Like Google has all this data. Thirdly, the behaviors. This is things that they have done on or off the Google platform. What are the targeting options? They know your behavior based on your YouTube search history, channels that they are subscribed to, videos they watch, similar audiences, which is basically Facebook lookalike audiences. And with all these data, they could determine what type of behavior and type of action you're most likely to do, and you could target them based on behaviors. You may ask, with all these options, where should I start? Here's a literal funnel and tree for the easiest to hardest options that I highly recommend everyone to start with and end with. So you first want to start with the searches. It's the most easiest targeting option. You get much higher results. Very easy, because you can literally put a dropshipping specific ad, a pet related ad on specific pet videos that you choose. That's why it's so powerful. And next is retargeting. If you have an existing audience, existing sort of traffic to your website, retargeting that list and audience again and again is super powerful. That's definitely where you want to go into second. Thirdly, the person. It's pretty good because you could target people by demographic, age, and gender. What if you have like sort of a back brace product, and the back brace product, you only want to target people who have like sore backs and it's, you know, their backs are aching, and you want to just target the older demographic. So you can literally go ahead and target everyone that's over 65 because they most likely have back problems, and that's what a back brace would be very good for. And that's why you're going to get into the person targeting next. And lastly is behavior. Behavior is very broad. It's very hard to do. This is sort of when you get to lookalike audiences, you need a lot of data, but that's definitely what you're going to do when you want to scale to the moon and literally reach everyone on YouTube. And that's how you really hit mass scale and hit those like 6-figure months in like revenue and profit. But I'll definitely go in depth on behavior targeting in a later video. But yeah, that's the whole video. That's the 3 branches for YouTube ads targeting. Hope you guys found value in this video. Literally no one's talking about YouTube ads at all. No one knows how to do YouTube ads, and my goal is just to pass on every single thing that I've learned and spent thousands and thousands of dollars on, a lot of time and energy to learn. I'm just going to give it away on this channel because I know that YouTube advertising is this huge untapped pool of opportunity that nobody's on, and I want to be the first to bring everyone all the value and knowledge when it comes to YouTube ads and give you guys everything from A to Z on my channel. Hope you guys found value in this video. I really appreciate your time and effort that you're putting into watching these episodes every single day. All I ask is simply hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell, like this video. Question of the day: what do you target when you do Google advertising? So YouTube advertising is so confusing. Like, where do you start? You have no idea like what's a testing strategy, how many campaigns to launch, how many interests to target, what keywords to use, what placements to use, how to do the ad groups. Like, it's so confusing compared to Facebook. And that's when I'm gonna break down the YouTube testing strategy that everyone can use. Like, this is the strategy I use. I'm just want to share with you guys completely for free. Like, if you guys want to run a profitable business, you definitely want to tap into YouTube advertising because it's so untapped right now. CPMs are so low. They're like $5 to the US and no one's advertising. You guys want to watch the very end if you guys want to see the whole testing blueprint, because I literally give every single step away, leaving no stone untapped. So YouTube ads testing strategy. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna start by collecting placements. Now there are two types of placements. There's actual YouTube videos and YouTube channels. So what you wanna do is you just wanna search dropshipping and there'll be hundreds and hundreds of dropshipping videos if you're advertising in the dropshipping niche. And if you're advertising products within the cat niche, you can search up like cats, cat training, cat bed, cat food, and there's a bunch of videos. And what you want to do is you want to collect 500 plus videos. Literally just copy the URL into an Excel sheet, into a notepad, and you could also even hire a virtual assistant just to do this. And then you could also collect channels, collect 10 plus channels in your related niche of the product you're selling. So that's what you want to start collecting placements. Next, you want to start collecting keywords. What you want to do is you want to find 50 to 100 keywords. So let's say I'm in the dropshipping niche, I'll put in the keyword dropshipping, how to start dropshipping, Shopify, how to make money through e-commerce, all these different things. And what you can do is you can just search up sort of say dropshipping, and in YouTube suggested, they'll show you like 10 more different keywords that you could go ahead and utilize. And it's pretty easy to get 50 to 100. So that's the second thing you want to collect. Now, after you've collected a bunch of placements and keywords and sort of have it all in a note, what you want to do is then you want to create the ad. What you want to do is you want to have two different ads. You want to have a long ad, which is roughly around 4 minutes, and a short ads, which is roughly around 1 minute. Now, when it comes to scripting your ads, I have 3 videos. These are the videos, you can search them up on my channel, and they give you the whole tutorial on how to go ahead and script my YouTube ads, everything to what I say in the first 30 seconds, to what I say in the last 30 seconds, what I add in between, pain points, etc. Everything's included. And I'm going to be releasing many more YouTube ad script videos. I think there should be a video up called the 60-second ad. So if you search it up, there should be a video on that already. I don't have a screenshot of it now because it's not edited yet, but by the time that this video is up, just search up 60-second ad on my YouTube channel and you should be able to find it. Next is the campaign setting. You just want to do a video campaign, do the customizable option. Don't optimize for sales, lead, or whatever. Just go for the last custom option, and then optimize for cost per view, and you want to set your cost per view at 10 cents. Now, if you want to know more in depth about my settings, I think there's a video that's roughly 3-4 videos before this video showing the whole campaign setup when it comes to my YouTube ads. Now, the whole testing setup, this is sort of where I'm going to give you guys all the golden nuggets, and this is basically the blueprint. This is something that like people would pay like hundreds of dollars to learn in a course, and the course, if it's a bad course, wouldn't even give you this strategy. That's why all I ask, hit the subscribe button, like this video, because I'm just giving free knowledge away completely for free every day. And this is the formula. You're gonna have 2 campaigns. And the difference between the 2 campaigns is one campaign is gonna be just for placements, one campaign is just gonna be for keywords. And the reason why you want to split it up is you want YouTube and Google to spend an even amount on their placements versus the keywords. If you have the placement and keywords under the same campaign, Google isn't going to spend your budget evenly. So that's why you're going to split it up, and I have a video on that exact topic, how to go ahead and properly split test Google ads. That video is somewhere on my channel. You go click it here, go watch that video, very important. But you basically have 2 campaigns, and then in each one of the campaigns there's going to be 2 ad groups. The difference between the 2 ad groups is one is going to be the 1-minute ad and one is going to be the 4-minute ad. See how you segment everything? Like, rather than having those 2 ads under one ad group, you want to have the 2 ads separated by 2 ad groups, and then the 2 different type of targeting, placements and keywords separated by 2 campaigns. Just because Google doesn't really split test things properly, it would sort of optimize and spend majority of the budget on a certain thing, whether it's ad 1, ad 2, or placements or keywords. That's why you want to separate everything, and this is basically the blueprint. And then when it comes to budget, you're going to spend $10 per day on each one of the campaigns. So campaign 1, $10 a day, campaign 2, $10 a day, and that's the minimum. The more you spend, the better, because then you'll be able to collect much more data. And then how long do you want to test this? You want to test it for 3 days. So you'll be spending roughly 30 days on average, and 3 days is a minimum, because any less, you won't be able to really get an accurate test on like how well the campaign is performing, just because there are such things as bad and good days. You know, what if you advertise on just a bad day where like everyone in the world is just having a bad day, or Google changed up its algorithm, and hence everyone, not only you, are getting bad results. And that's why you want to sort of run it over 3 days, because this will give you a true average results of that campaign, and if it's a winner or if it's not. If you don't do this, you won't be able to get an accurate test, and you'll be killing based on bad data, and that campaign could have been a very strong winning campaign, but you just couldn't tell just because it's just had that bad day. And again, what if a campaign just had one off good day? Like what if it just performed super well that day, you bumped up the budgets, like you went from $10 a day to $50 a day, you just saw everything crash. If you waited 3 days, you would have found that that campaign would have totally sunk on day 2 and 3, and you would have had enough knowledge to go ahead and kill it on the 3rd day. So it's very important to let your campaign run for at least 3 days. The longer you let it run, the more accurate the results would be. Like I tend to like to let my campaigns run for at least 4 to 5 days, but if you guys are on a budget, you can definitely let it run for only 3 days and kill it on the 3rd day if you're on a budget. But yeah, that's the whole strategy. As you can see, I laid everything out for you. So let's sort of do a recap. First, you want to start by collecting placements, at least 500 to 1,000 videos. Now, the reason why you want so many videos is a lot of these videos, they don't get that many views. Like they don't get like, say, a few hundred views every day after it's sort of like been launched. Like for example, these videos are 2 months old, 5 months old, 4 weeks old. They don't get like a few hundred views every day. And out of those few hundred, probably only like 50% of those people don't have ad blocker, and then only like 50% of that 50% of people would go ahead and watch an ad. So you want to have a lot of videos to actually get traffic. Then you want to go ahead and collect a bunch of keywords. Keywords are super powerful. They're just as strong as placements, but you'll get different results. You want to get 50 to 100 keywords. Then you want to go ahead and create 2 different ads, one short ad and one long ad, because that will go ahead and allow you to split test and find which ad performs better. Next, campaign settings. Cost per view, 10 cents per view. Then you want to go ahead and set up your testing phase by having 2 campaigns, campaign 1, campaign 2, and you split it between placements and keywords. And each one of those targetings, you have 2 different ad groups, one for the 1 minute ad, one for the 4 minute ad, and then for the script for those ads you can find on my channel. And then the budget, you want to set at $10 per day for each campaign, and then you want to test it for at least 3 days for the reasons I mentioned here. So you could go ahead and read those. But yeah, as always, these slides completely for free. They're in the description below. I know a lot of people find value with having these slides on their desktop, and I know you want to follow these slides. You want to have them set up so you can go ahead and set up your ads and watch my slides and PowerPoints so you could follow it step by step. So the slides, as always, completely for free in the description below. I want to give you guys as much value as possible, as always. But yeah, thank you so much for watching. Question of the day: do you have a YouTube ads testing strategy? This is just my testing strategy that I know a lot of top advertisers use. Let me know what your strategy is. Drop in the comments below. I want to be giving away every single thing I know about YouTube ads, just because I know that no one in this space knows anything about AdWords or Google advertising, and I want to be the first to give everything I know completely away, completely for free, just because I know how much potential there is in YouTube advertising and how much success a lot of people are getting in AdWords, but no one's just sort of sharing how it works, and that's my goal with this channel. Other than that, I hope you guys have an amazing day. Don't forget to hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and I'll be seeing you guys tomorrow with much more value. Peace. So YouTube ads is just so confusing, like you don't know where to start. All the settings is completely different with Facebook, and that's exactly why I'm filming today's video. I'm going to show you guys step by step in my actual ad account, how you can go ahead and sort of create your whole YouTube ad campaign. I'll show you every single setting, and I'll show you all the little tips and tricks and all the little settings that I do to get the best results. But yeah, let's jump right into my ad account. So let's go ahead and click plus. We're gonna go ahead and create a new campaign. And what you're gonna do is, initially I started with sales and leads, but in order to get the best results, you actually want to create a campaign without a goal or guidance, and that's sort of how you get the best results, because it will allow you to tweak things along the way. So let's start with that. And then I usually do YouTube pre-roll ads, so I do video, and then I pick a custom video campaign. Continue. Perfect. So here's a campaign. So the campaign name, I'll name it such as, I don't know, 001 testing campaign. Now for bidding strategy, there's a lot of options. Usually there is even a ton more. I like to just stick with maximum cost per view. That sort of gets the best results for me. Then campaign and dates. I like to do a daily budget, not a campaign total. That sort of gets much better results for me. And then what you're gonna do is you always want to start with at least 5 to 10 pounds USD or Australian dollars, at least. You don't want to do 1, 2, or 3. It needs to have at least 5 USD. So I'm gonna put in 10 Australian dollars. Networks. So this is big. When you do YouTube pre-roll ads, you want to uncheck YouTube search results. You don't want your video to pop up when people search different keywords, and it will sort of display as one of those videos that they see in their search results. You don't want your ad to appear there. You want it to appear as a pre-roll ad when people watch videos, because that's sort of what you designed your ad to be, not a in-display ad where people can just see randomly. And then for languages, I usually like to put in the language you speak. So if your ad is in English, put in English. These are the little things that I didn't do when I started, so you guys are getting all the tips and tricks. Location, I like to enter location and put in the top 5 countries. So you can go advanced search, and I'll put in United States, United Kingdom, Australia, New Zealand, and then lastly Canada. So put in the top 5 because that's sort of best for testing, and they sort of get the best results. Now inventory type, I like to click expanded because that will sort of just give you more amount of sort of traffic. So I click expanded. Excluded content, I don't exclude anything, and the reason why I don't exclude anything is because we're picking where our ads are going to be placed. And if an ideal video, for example, if I want to target all dropshipping videos, what if there's a dropshipping video that has a lot of high quality traffic, but for some reason it's being tagged with conflict? Maybe it's sort of like a beef video, maybe there was a bit of swearing, and now as a result I don't get access to that high quality traffic at a much cheaper price. So that's why I don't exclude anything, and this is definitely something I used to check. So lesson learned, you guys get to have the tips. For the excluded types and labels, you definitely want to exclude your videos of embedded videos and live streaming. And to explain the exact reason why is because embedded videos are on other people's websites, and when people go to a website to watch a certain video, they want to watch that video, so they're going to skip your ad straight away. Whereas when people are watching videos on YouTube, they have intent to sort of watch other things that are related to what they're trying to figure out. So that's why we exclude embedded videos. And when it comes to live streaming videos, when people are watching a live stream, they want to watch what's happening. Like every time an ad pops up, that distracts them and stops them from the live content they're watching. So they will instantly skip to go back to that live content they're watching, and that's why your ads won't get much use on live streaming videos. And then a good tip is you want to untick content not yet labeled, because what if a video has been just created, it's 100% fit for your niche, all those early views are not being shown to you because the video has not been labeled yet. And when a video is not labeled yet, then you cannot have your ads on top of those videos. And usually the early views that go to those targeted videos, those early views are the most highest quality views, because they're people that have the notification bell on. They have high intent, they're clicking that video straight away because it answers their question, and I want my ads shown especially to those people. Let's scroll up. There was one thing I wanted to mention. under budget and dates, definitely do standard. You just get much better results. If you do accelerated, Google will just spend all your budget super fast and you don't get many results. Next is the additional settings. So conversions, keep it as default, devices default, frequency capping. This is important. This is something that I didn't do at the beginning, and after I sort of did what I'm going to show you now, the results have been just much better. So what I like to do is I like to cap impression frequency. Like if someone watches your ad and they skip and they don't like it, you don't want to be showing your ad again and again and again to them in that one day. So I like to cap it to 1 impression per day. And then ad schedule, I do all day. Ad group name, for the ad group name, I'll put in the name of the actual ad I'm using. So let's say I use funny ad walking in park. That'll be the name of the ad group. Demographics, you can narrow it down if you know specifically where your sort of demographic is, but usually I like to leave it open. Audience, this is sort of where you go ahead and do your interest targeting. When you go to browse, there is what they're actively researching and planning. This is sort of the interest targeting. There's keyword targeting, topics, and placement. I definitely always like to start with placements if I'm a beginner, and I'll put in all dropshipping related videos, or Amazon FBA related videos, or Facebook related videos into here, and I'll just paste all those content into the placement. And then bidding. So this is also important. Like I usually don't know where to start. So the tip is you want to start at 10 cents. So the reason you do that is because the average sort of cost per view is roughly around 3 to 6 cents. And that's sort of where everyone's also bidding around. So in order to get your ad on top of everyone else, you want to be bidding above everyone else by putting a bid of 10 cents so that you outbid everyone. And how the bidding works is that Google would prioritize all the people with the highest bid, and then it'll sort of go down that sort of chain. So if everyone else is bidding 3 to 6 cents and you're bidding 10 cents, you're going to get priority and everyone's going to get shown your ad first. Now, if someone else is bidding at 15 cents, then they'll be paying 11 cents per bid and they'll get priority. So that's sort of how the bidding system works. But now let's go to the ad creation. So let me find an ad. So I'm going to go to my channel. I'm going to select this video. Let's say I want to run this video as a pre-roll ad. I'll select skippable in-stream ad, and that's sort of the ad. It's the pre-roll ad. So you want to select that. And then for your final URL, you want to put in your website. handymai.org/101. That's my 101 application, for example. And that's sort of the initial landing URL that all my audience will go to when they click on my ad. Now, the display URL. This is very important. So this is sort of the URL they'll see here or like here. And what I like to do is I like to make it more nicer. If you have like a long URL, like such as 101-mentoring-money, that's super long. And you definitely don't want to have a long URL like that shown. Like it's very off-putting basically. So what you want to do is you want to just shorten it, remove the end, remove the www dot. I like to just put in Andy My, and I like to capitalize it because you're sort of creating branding. See how andymai.org looks much more simple and clean and professional? That's what I like to do. But as you can see, this link is very, very tiny. If I preview the ad, as you can see, the ad, like people don't know where to click. It's this tiny URL that's so small. It's impossible for people to see. Like how would they know where to click? So what I like to do is I like to use a call to action. So it creates this massive bigger button. So let's go test. You'll see how this button is much more visible. You could put in a button such as test, and it's basically much more easier. And now people would know where to go when they want to basically opt in and become a lead. So I definitely like to use a call to action. I like to use something such as join now, learn more, start now, stuff like that. You want to basically something that entices action. And then headline, I like to do something like change now, or make the change you need to watch. Something shorter, but basically a pretty interesting clickbaity headline. And then companion banner, I leave that to auto generate, and then put in the ad name. I literally just copy the ad group name. So it's something like funny video walking in park. And yeah, that's the whole process. I literally took you guys from A to Z, how to go ahead and create the first YouTube ad campaign, all the settings, all the minute little details that have wasted me thousands and thousands of dollars, and you guys get to know the secret straight away. Like, I'm giving you guys all the shortcuts, all the things to avoid, all the settings to pick, all the settings to uncheck, and that's going to save you guys thousands. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. All I ask is for a simple like and subscribe, hit those buttons. Question of the day: are you doing YouTube advertising? Alright, so this is a super important video. This is talking about how to go ahead and scale your keywords when they do well on Google AdWords for your YouTube ads. I've seen no one talk about and go this in depth in a YouTube video, and I'll be literally showing you guys with a live example. I'll be scaling one of my keyword campaigns and I'll bring you guys on the whole process. I wouldn't be able to give you guys the exact keywords because I don't want you guys to go ahead and use those keywords. But yeah, this is going to be the whole video on how to go ahead and scale your keyword campaigns. Let's jump straight into it, no BS. So as you can see, I've spent $373.95 Australian on this campaign. It's cold traffic targeting dropshipping keywords. We've got an average cost per click of $1.63, which is amazing. Average cost per view of 0.5 cent, which is super good, which means there's room for scalability. And I've got 5 conversions at nearly $75 per conversion, which is pretty profitable for me. So let's go into the keywords. So as you can see, majority of our conversions came from one keyword, which is pretty crazy. And also pretty good. The average cost per view is 4 cents. Yeah, it spent a lot on this keyword. So this is a keyword we could scale out. Here's what I'd like to do. Wow. So this keyword, so when you can unlock it, is dropshipping in Shopify. We spent $45 and the average cost per click is $3.48. So in order to get this down to under $2, the average cost per view is at 6 cents. If I bring it down to 0.03 cent, whoops, that's 0.4, let me do that, 0.3. If the cost per view gets cut in half, I'll be able to get the same amount of clicks at half the cost, and then that would cut the cost per click in half. So that's how you optimize a keyword as well. So for example, here's another one. This one's at 6 cents, $2.54. So if I wanted to get it under $2, 0.6 cent divided by 2 on 2.5, I meant times by 2. Yeah, 0.03, this should do the trick. So I'm gonna keep it there for now. This one's super expensive. At 5 cents, it's that. So I didn't bring this all the way down to 1 cent. Because at 5 cents, the cost per click is at $5. So I need to bring it down to 1 cent, maximum cost per view. Oh wow, $8 and 0 clicks. So I'm just gonna, actually, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna try it at 0.01. This one 0.01 as well. So rather than killing them, since I have room to, I'll just see if these keywords become profitable if the maximum cost per view is at 1 cent. This is profitable, not going to touch that. This one, not. What I'm going to do is I'm going to select all the ones that are expensive that I need to change to 0.1 cent. So all these two, edit, change max bid, set new bid to 1 cent per view. This one I'm going to change to 3 cents because at 6 cents it's giving me a click cost per click of $3. So if I bring it to 3 cents, it should give me a cost per click of 1.5, and then everything else has not spent enough. So that's how you go ahead and optimize things. Now let's go ahead and scale. So this keyword is doing very well. I'm going to go ahead and copy this keyword, just then keep it blurred. I'm going to use an app called TubeSift. Now I'm going to go to keyword ideas, and then what this does is put in YouTube. I could put in a keyword, so my winning keyword, and what it'll do will populate a bunch of similar keywords to that winning keyword that I could go ahead and use and add to the campaign. So I'm going to go ahead and select all the keywords, export selected. I'm going to copy, go to the campaign, plus, I'm going to paste it all in. And right now, based on that top winning keyword, I have an idea of something that is similar to that term. So I'm going to search that term that I want and find a bunch of similar keywords to that term and basically turn one term into like 50. So I just added like another 100 keywords to scale this out that is similar to the winning keyword that got us 4 freaking conversions very profitably. And now I need to watch this like a hawk, because when you add in 100 new keywords,
the campaign just starts spending drastically, and you want to watch it to make sure you can optimize the cost per view, pause things that you should pause, and every time you pause a keyword, you want to add it to your TubeSIF keyword. Like you want to add it into the negative list so you don't ever get that keyword again. So that's another quick hack. So if you go to TubeSIF, there's this negative keyword list. Every time you kill a keyword, add it to this so you don't have that keyword ever reoccurring again. So yeah, that's how you go ahead and scale keywords. It's literally that simple. People make it very complicated. I think the optimization, that part is a bit hard. If you guys aren't too sort of number savvy, if things are not profitable or if you're getting expensive cost per click, you can just turn off and pause that keyword. You don't have to optimize and find a cheaper cost per view where it might be profitable. You just pause it. I think that'll be more simpler for you. But yeah, that's the whole process. I literally took you guys from A to Z, showed you guys the whole process. Question of the day, how do you scale your keywords? Let me know in the comments below. So I've shown you guys how to scale keywords. I've shown you how to optimize keywords. Now let's go ahead and show you guys how to optimize and scale placement YouTube ad campaigns. No one gives this much free value on YouTube. Like literally you have to pay a course, a YouTube course to learn this stuff, and most likely like it's not even worth it. You're paying 500 bucks to teach them something I'm going to teach you in the next 5 minutes. Like it's super simple, and I just want to give you guys as much value as possible, because when I got started, no one was teaching me these things. I had to invest in courses to learn for myself. That's exactly why I just want to give it to you guys for free, because I want to give so much value and just give every single thing I know completely for free on YouTube every single day, and that's the goal of this channel. So let's jump right into this video. So as you can see, this campaign, it's a cold traffic campaign targeting dropshipping placements, dropshipping videos. We've spent $190. We get an average cost per click of $2.14, average cost per view of 11 cents. So we've got 4 conversions at $47.70, which is super profitable, which is amazing. So let's go ahead and optimize this. So let's go into it and let's go to placements. So right now, $8, it's been spending pretty evenly. Now what I like to do is anything that has more than $3 cost per click, I would go ahead and pause it. This one is over $3. This one's very expensive, $4. This one we spent $2.85 and we haven't gotten a click. This one's $2.60, something like that. Let's do it. I'll probably just pause anything that's above $2.50 cost per click. I even pause this one. Let's see what the video is. 72-hour dropshipping challenge, quarantine process. I'll keep that one a bit longer then. Usually what I do is, let's go ahead and scale first and then we'll pause after actually. So what I do is here, every video that has consistent cost per clicks of like say under $1.50 and has a lot, I'll go ahead and copy the URL, put it into TubeSIF, put it in relation to video, and find a bunch of videos similar to that video to add into the campaign. And obviously the ones that have conversions, so if we sort it by conversions, these 4 videos have conversions and the cost per click is insanely cheap, so I'll go ahead and do the same process with that. So right now I'm just opening all the URLs of all the videos that got conversions. Now I'm going to open up the URLs of videos that got in cheap sort of clicks. This one's pretty cheap, this one's pretty cheap, this one's pretty cheap. So apparently this video is pretty good. So what I'll do is I'll click it, go to TubeSIF, relation to video, and search. And a bunch of related videos that are just as good will pop up. And I'll basically repeat this process with the remainder like 10. And what I'll do is I'll literally just select all, add them back into the placements. And then what I'll do is, what happens is a lot of the ones that you've previously paused, it will accidentally come back in and will be active again. So after I go ahead and do this process, I'll go ahead and sort by cost, and I'll go ahead and pause all those placements following the metrics I told you. Like if the average cost per click was over $3, I'll go ahead and pause it. And yeah, that's the whole process. And a quick way is to just sort it by cost per click and also sort it by the cost and look for the ones that has 0 clicks. And that is an easy way to sort of optimize the whole campaign. And I'm literally going to do it and probably like pump up another 100-200 placements, and yeah, just sort of grow out this placement, and then eventually I'll start upping the budgets and I'll do a whole nother video on that topic. But yeah, hopefully you guys found value on how simple and straightforward that this was. This is something that I paid, you know, several $100s to learn in a program that costs several thousands, and you guys are getting it completely for free. So if you guys want to go ahead and win $1,000 worth of courses or consulting course with me, here's the winner from last video. If you guys want to go ahead and qualify, all to do is drop a comment below, follow me on Instagram, hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell, and I'll be picking the best comment every single video. Other than that, question of the day, do you use placement targeting for your YouTube ads? Let me know in the comments below. Other than that, I hope you guys have an amazing day. I'll be seeing you guys tomorrow with more value, no BS. Thank you so much for your support. Have an amazing day. Peace.